all that is. Welcome, we are here to serve and assist you. All that is requires nothing of you. All that is asks nothing of you. All that is will continue to flow no matter what you do and no matter what you do not do. So you never have to worry about falling short or about not fulfilling your life's purpose. The expansion of all that is cannot be thwarted, and it is not up to you to make anything happen. Anything that you want to do is your choice. Now, when you make a choice that is supportive of you becoming more of who you are, you will feel more support from all that is. That does not mean that you are being approved of in that moment and being disapproved of in other moments. It just means that you are riding the wave of the frequency that is in closer harmony with the energy of all that is. And so you can recognize those times when you are more in harmony and those times when you are not offering resistance. But you still get to choose which path you want to take. And you will not be judged, not now and not after you die. You will only be loved, supported, and given more opportunities to harmonize with the wave of energy that flows forth from all it is. And at times you may also receive a nudge from those like us because we see what you really want and we guide you towards it. But we are also interested in letting you live your lives according to your own free will. We are Michael. We are infinite. And we are love. Allowing your emotions. Someone in your life has given you reason to hate at some point. Usually, when you encounter one of these individuals, they are unknowingly playing a role for you. And sometimes your reasons are entirely your own and is though no fault of the other. When it comes to emotions, there are usually two schools of thought. One school of thought says that emotions like fear, anger, and hate are unnecessary and that they serve no purpose. There are those who would have you remove yourself from these emotional states as quickly as humanly possible. And then there is a school of thought that says that emotions are powerful and that they need to be respected, embraced, and felt. We take that perspective on emotions. We recognize their value in your lives. If you think of them as energy that is moving through you in order to give you an experience, then you can see the logic in allowing them. But if you can only see them as being generated by an egoic thought, then you are more than likely to minimize them, run away from them, and therefore allow them to be stuck within you. The stuck emotions are still felt. They are just felt subconsciously. They are not fully experienced until you have no other choice but to look at them. Often we see you feeling ashamed of your fear, your anxiety, your hate, and your anger, and that is how those emotions get stuck. So our suggestion is never to act while in those emotional states, but instead to give yourself the opportunity to process them, to allow them to move through you, and to love yourselves through the experience of those lower frequencies. We are Michael. We are infinite, and we are love. Being of service to all. Your desire to serve others comes from that deep sense of knowing that you are not only connected to all others, but that you are one and the same. We are all the same, being expressing in different form, in different frequency ranges. And when you reach that level of awareness, your inclination to serve becomes stronger. It becomes a heartfelt calling. You are being given opportunities to know your oneness all of the time, and you either respond by accepting it or denying it. The denial comes in part from religious programming. When you are taught that there is good and bad and they will be separated for all of eternity, that keeps you from the knowing of oneness. True service is to all humans, all beings. You would never deny an act of service to someone based on their beliefs once you recognize that they are you and you are them. So in order for you to ultimately be of service to humanity, you must first let go of the idea of separation and of good and bad. When you no longer see there to be a victim and a perpetrator, you can be of service to both. You can be of service to the one who is playing the victim and the one who is playing the perpetrator, and you can see the divinity in each. You can sense the perfection in all of it because you will have stepped out of judgment. You will have let go of polarity, and you will know yourselves yet again as the source of all things. We are Michael. We are infinite. We are love. Compassion and kindness. To address a situation with kindness and compassion means that you have already come to the resolution of what it is that you are facing. You often focus on results, accomplishments, and getting the job done. But when you are faced with a challenging situation between yourself and another, or perhaps even just between yourself and you, as long as you are taking a compassionate and kind approach, you will have succeeded. You don't create problems for yourself so that you can have the mental experiences of solving that problem or of reaching a resolution. You create those scenarios for yourself to give yourself an opportunity to respond with compassion and kindness. And that is how you measure how far you have come. It is not by measuring the number of problems or difficult situations you have in your lives. Make it your number one intention to deal with yourself and others with kindness and compassion first. Do not be in such a hurry to find the solution or to come to the completion of the interaction. Instead, make room for more compassion, more kindness, and more love. If something remains unresolved, see it as a window of opportunity for you to show some more compassion, for you to offer some more kindness. When you see everything in your lives as an opportunity to experience more of who you really are, then you welcome it all with open arms. You see the gift of it. And the more compassion you experience for others and yourself in every situation, the more likely you then come to find yourselves living in a compassionate world, filled with kindness, filled with unconditional love, and with no need to eliminate problems. We are Michael. We are infinite. We are love. Going big. Before you take a step forward in your life, you often think about where you might go, where that step might ultimately lead you. There comes a moment where you must decide one way or the other, one direction or the other, and that decision point becomes more important and more significant with every choice that you make. You are at the high-stakes tables now. There's no playing small for any of you because your life simply will not allow it. Now we give you this information not so that you will put more pressure on yourself when making decisions about your life. We tell you this because we want to encourage you to recognize your priorities if you have not done so already. So here's what looking small would be in this current day of age. You would give in to mediocrity, you would settle, you would play it safe in every aspect of your life. Going big by comparison means that you are following your feelings. You are never weighing the pros and cons, and you are always looking at the biggest possible picture. The biggest possible picture is always your evolution, because you are here to become more of who you are. And any decision you make that supports the becoming of more of who you are will lead you in a direction that's far more satisfying. Your lives are getting bigger all the time. You are expanding your awareness of who and what you are. You are making connections with other beings, physical, non-physical, from other dimensions. You cannot fit into the box that society has laid out for you anymore. We sense that more and more of you are breaking free from these boxes, and we want you to know that you have our support any time you make a decision that will result in becoming more of who you are. We are Michael. We are infinite, and we are love. Comfort and discomfort. Comfort is something that most of you seek in your lives. We are not just talking about physical comfort here. There are many ways for you to experience comfort, and there are many ways for you to experience discomfort. You can experience either end of the spectrum physically, emotionally, energetically, and even with your thoughts. You're not ever supposed to experience just one of any spectrum. That would not only give you a diminished experience of life, but it would also deny you that which a little discomfort can bring. As soon as you are in any sort of discomfort, you have the opportunity to soothe yourself, and you offer others the opportunity to soothe you, to offer aid and assistance. Being in a state of comfort is naturally enjoyable. But what you find is that eventually you feel bored, you have less energy moving through you because there is nothing to summon it. What we are attempting to sell you on here is that discomfort can be a great service to you, that it is not to be eliminated right away. As you learn to look within the discomfort for the opportunity for expansion and growth, you can see its true value. And when you see the value in something, it automatically begins to serve you. The way you respond to your discomfort determines whether or not you will benefit from it. We ask that you give yourselves the pure experience of discomfort while holding curiosity in your consciousness about how it could serve you, and about how you can work with it, and about how it can help you bring you to a higher level. We are Michael. We are infinite. We are love.